Welcome to another episode of Deep Dive into Real Estate by Team Luddy Dillon. This is the place where we simplify real estate for you, one topic at a time. Enjoy.
Okay, so you're thinking about jumping into the real estate market in Peel region, right?
Buying, selling, maybe just dipping your toes in the water.
Yeah, but maybe you feel like you need a crash course in real estate 101 first. Like, what's all this talk about buyers markets versus sellers markets?
It can definitely feel like a whole different language sometimes.
That's why we're here. We're part of Laddie Dillon's team, and today we're going to unpack all this real estate jargon.
We're going on a deep dive into the world of real estate cycles, folks.
Exactly. And trust me, understanding these cycles can make a huge difference in your real estate journey, whether you're, a seasoned investor or a first-time home buyer.
Absolutely. And you know what's really fascinating? It all boils down to this kind of a dance between supply and demand.
The dance, huh?
Yeah. Imagine like a high school dance. Okay.
I'm picturing those awkward middle school dances,
Exactly. Now, in a seller's market, picture way more dancers than partners. It's a competitive scene. Prices are high because everyone's vying for those limited dance partners.
So, like, homes are getting snatched up left and right. Bidding wars are breaking out.
You got it. Think offers flying in, maybe even waiving some of those contingencies, which are basically your safety nets in the contract.
Contingencies, right.
Yeah.
So those are things like making sure you can actually get a mortgage or, having a home inspection.
Yeah.
But in a seller's market, you might have to give those up to make your offer more attractive.
Exactly. It can get pretty intense. So yes, sellers definitely have the upper hand in that scenario.
Gotcha. Now let's flip the record. What about a buyer's market? Is that where we get to slow dance?
More like you get to pick your partner. This time, imagine strolling onto that dance floor with your pick of partners. It's way less crowded, less competition. Homes might be on the market a little longer, and you have more time to think things over.
Ooh, so maybe we can snag a deal.
Potentially, yeah. But remember, prices might continue to dip in a buyer's market, so there's always that balance between waiting for a potential steal and potentially missing out on a great property.
That makes sense. So it's not as simple as just saying one market's good and one market's bad.
Not at all. Each has its own advantages and challenges. And honestly, sometimes life throws you a curveball and you just need to buy or sell regardless of what the market's doing.
Right. Like, what if you get a new job in another city or your family outgrows your current home?
Exactly. Those are big life events that can't always wait for the perfect market conditions.
So if you're thinking, okay, how do I know when to make my move?
Well, first of all, don't stress. Because this is where having a trusted real estate advisor can really make a difference.
Someone who's in the trenches, who knows the local market like the back of their hand.
Exactly. They can help you, navigate all the complexities, decipher the data, and make informed decisions that align with your specific goals.
And speaking of local experts, that's where Laddie Dillon and our team come in. He's been a leading realtor in Peel region since, 2007?
2007, yep. And his in-depth knowledge of the Brampton, Caledon, and Mississauga markets, it's invaluable.
Totally. So whether you're, daydreaming about your first condo in Mississauga, or you're thinking of selling your family home in Brampton,
or even if you're an investor looking for the next hot opportunity, our team's here to guide you every step of the way.
So we've talked about what defines a buyer's market and a seller's market. Now, what are some tactical tips, especially for buyers who might be feeling a bit intimidated?
Sure. I think one of the most important things is getting pre-approved for a mortgage.
That way you know exactly how much you can afford and you can move quickly when you find a property you love.
Exactly. And in a competitive market, that can be the difference between getting your offer accepted or losing out.
And don't forget, crafting a strong offer is about more than just the price.
That's right. Things like being flexible on closing dates or maybe even writing a personal letter to the seller.
Ooh, a personal touch, huh? Like, tell them why you love their house, why it would be the perfect home for your family.
Exactly. In a sea of offers, sometimes that personal connection can really make you stand out.
Great tips. So before we wrap up this deep dive, what's one big takeaway you want our listeners to remember?
I think it's this. Real estate is a journey, not a sprint. Don't get caught up in the hype. Do your research, and most importantly, find a real estate professional you trust.
Someone who can guide you through the ups and downs and help you make smart decisions.
Absolutely.
All right, so if you're thinking about making a move in Peel region, maybe you're feeling a little overwhelmed.
Or even if you just have some questions about the market.
Give Laddie Dillon a call at 905-598-0725. his team is ready to help.
We're passionate about helping people achieve their real estate dreams, whether they're buying, selling, or investing.
And remember, real estate doesn't have to be a mystery.
With the right knowledge and a little bit of humor, you can navigate this market like a pro.
Absolutely. Until next time, happy house hunting, everyone.
Happy house hunting!
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We will be back with something new and something interesting.